Hello everyone, welcome to Business Operations Week 1. In this week, we will discuss what is business model, the difference between profit and profitability. We will also discuss value proposition and business planning cycle and different tactics and strategies. When you think of the word business, think of an integrated system of different processes, different operations, actions, steps, methods. These components of that system are designed to maximize the benefit of this business. It's designed to develop and expand new markets for the goods or services that this business offers. And it is very important to understand that the business as a system is designed to benefit the stakeholders, those people who are partnering in this business or sharing some stake in this business. So there are three fundamental characteristics that allow us to characterize a business. The first one is the commercial endeavors it undertakes. The second one is the employee interaction model. The third one is the organizational culture and how this business makes decisions. Let's try to understand these three characteristics. The first one is the commercial endeavor. So the commercial endeavors refers to the markets the organization serves, the products or the services that we offer, the needs that we satisfy or we try to meet in the marketplace. And here I want to talk about a very important concept, supply and demand. Supply and demand is like the sea tide. It keeps the market moving. And as a business, you have to give some attention to the supply and demand to the goods or the services that you offer. What the market needs, what my clients needs or my customers or my consumers, and how I can satisfy this. Who are my competitors? These things are under the arching concept of supply and demand. The second characteristic is employee interaction. Employee interaction refers to the value creating skills that your organization has through employees. The success of the business lies within specialized skills, certain knowledge, skills, aptitude that exist in your labor force, in your employees, in your workers. And technical competencies and skills, whether it's hard skills or soft skills, are very, very important. So if we are thinking of a successful business strategy, you will find that successful strategies depend 5%, only 5% on planning and 95% on execution. And execution depends on the technical knowledge, the soft skills, the hard skills that your workforce has. And we call this people capabilities. And people capabilities are 90% or more of the success of your business. The third characteristic is organizational culture and decision-making process. So the organizational culture and decision-making structure is a reflection of the framework of business activities and the decision-making ecosystem or process that exists within your business. So we put in place certain processes, certain structure that allows a certain type of decision-making. And this also reflects on the organizational culture. These three characteristics allows us to assess or evaluate the efficiency and the effectiveness of the business. Again, we still need to answer the question, what is business? So business is a mission-focused system of activities that aimed at identifying the needs of a specific market or markets, and to develop a solution or some solutions, whether it's goods or services, to such needs through the acquisition and transformation of resources. We have some resources, we transform it into goods or services, and we can deliver to the market, satisfy the need, and make a profit. And to have a successful business, we need a successful business model. So what is a business model? A business model is the underlying operational platform or a structure of the business. And the business uses this underlying operational platform to position itself, to craft its approach to a given market, and thereby generate revenue and make a profit. So a business model needs two categories of components or two primary parts. The first part is the company-centric side. The second part is the market-centric side. We can say it's the internal environment and the external environment, what we have inside the business and what we have outside the business. So the company-centric side is the business system that reflects the underlying mechanisms that how we structure this specific business. On the other hand, the market-centric side is it's how we will connect to the marketplace, how we will understand our customers, how we will deliver our products. There are 5 key areas in that part that concentrate on the company side, the company-centric side. Activities, resources, partners, cost structure, and portfolio of goods or services. And resources include other areas, 4 core areas: assets, labor, capital, and managerial acumen or capabilities. What are assets? Assets are the infrastructure and resource base of the organization. Assets are the resources that the organization has at its disposal. And we utilize these assets or these resources to generate the business activities, to make a profit. And of course, labor refers to the human resources that we have, the employee that we employ at the company. And I love the concept of talent acquisition. So we are not searching for employees, we are searching for talent. So while performing the business activities, we need to to cover the costs, to support the expenditures. So we need capital. So capital is the money needed to cover the operational costs of the business. Now the last component is the managerial acumen or managerial capabilities. So these are the abilities of the executive team to drive the system, to guide the organization, to develop a decision-making competency, to take the right decision, to generate knowledge within the organization, to motivate, to design, to govern, to control, to develop. So these are all skills needed to be in the team to assist the delivery of goods and services to the market. Here we need to talk about cost structure. So cost structure is the expenses that will be incurred as a result of offering these products or services to the market. So a key component of managing any business is to understand the expenses that we need to cover, the operational costs that this business will need. From the beginning, we need to design cost structure. Because to generate a profit, we need to have revenues much higher than the costs. What are the costs that we can recognize within the organization or the business entity? How we will include these costs into our strategic plans and tactical plans? How these costs will affect our pricing and price strategies? How we can offset all the financial obligations with the revenue that we will generate? And also, what is the acceptable profit level that we are aiming or targeting? So let's have an example of a cost structure. For example, one of the common operating expenses that you can have in an organization is the cost of revenue, or the manufacturing, the distribution costs. We have sales and marketing expenses. We have general and administrative expenses. We have research and development expenses. We have interest expense. So in order to generate or to offer the products and services to the market, we need to cover some costs. We have to have a budget for marketing and sales. We have to have a budget for administrative and support activities. The last item is the product or the service portfolio, and this is the collection or the group of products or services that we will offer to the market to satisfy a specific need. We could have different services that we offer. We can offer a hybrid model of products plus services at the same time. We can have different product lines within the company. Now, let's go to the market-centric side. So the market-centric side of the business model focus on the business efforts on the external factors required for success. For example, how we will assess existing opportunities in the market, who are our competitors, and how we are planning to compete with them. And every business has a story, and it's part of the planning process to have some sort of a narrative story of the business. This story is full of the messages that we are planning to communicate to the market. There are 4 areas that we need to concentrate on. The first one is the available customer segments and assessing the existing opportunity in the market. Who are our target segments in the market? What are the opportunities available in that market? The second one is positioning. The third one is value in position development. And the last one is revenue development. Let's start with customer segments and assessing the opportunity in the market. As a business, we offer specific products or services to satisfy a specific needs. We cannot cover all the segments of customers. We cannot provide services in a multitude of areas. So we have to focus on a specific segment or different segments of customers in the market. We need to tailor our products and services fundamentally to satisfy the needs of this segment or these segments that we determined when we are assessing the opportunity available in the market. Because markets, by their very nature, are made up of different segments, and these segments have different needs, different wants, and different desires. So it's very important to understand and to study carefully our target segments, their demographics, their desires, their wants. And when we talk about customer needs, we have 3 different types of customer needs. We have latent needs, and these are what's included in the product or the service that's expected. For example, if I'm buying a car, I expect it to have a specific shape, specific characteristics, specific components. I cannot imagine having a car without wheels, maybe in the future, but right now this is a latent need for me as a customer when buying cars. And we have expressed needs. So I express that I want in my car 1, 2, 3. So to be a successful business, I have to translate what the customer is saying into specifications in my product or service. And the last one is unexpected offerings. As a customer, I'm not thinking of these things, but the company, through research and development, they are enhancing the products, adding more features, adding more benefit to me as a customer. And this alone can differentiate the winner in any market. Let's talk about opportunity assessment. So opportunity assessment involves analyzing the marketplace in a way that enables the business to determine which segments I'm targeting, which segments are more likely to buy my product, which segments will respond to my communication messages or marketing messages, and they will take an action and purchase my products or services. And those segments are my primary segments. These are my priority number one. It's easier for me to attract them. It's easier for me to communicate what my business is all about, what are my products, and they need my products and services. However, we can also identify secondary segments. The secondary segments are, although not as lucrative as the primary segment, but they still offer some additional sales opportunities. It's also very important to understand that while we are assessing the primary or secondary customers segments, not everyone within this segment will buy our products or services. For example, if I identify that my primary segment are women between the ages of 25 and 34, this is not enough to be sure that I can target all the women within this market in this age brackets. So we need to come up or to find other supporting information that can allow me to, to target specific group. And when doing this, the business will be so lucrative because I will customize my marketing messages and my positioning in the market to target this specific group. So for example, okay, I identified that my primary customers are women between the ages of 25 and 34. Now I will target urban women who live in urban places, in cities, in metropolitans. However, I can also identify that some women outside this age bracket might be interested in my products. So although they are not my primary target customer group, I still have some opportunity to generate some profit. So I can have a mix of marketing messages that target my primary group and also some not so frequent messages that target my secondary group. For example, those from 35 to 40, for example. And to do this, we need to ask some questions. For example, who is my audience? What are the demographic aspects of that specific group or potential group? What's their makeup of race, gender, income, employment status, and some more details like this. What do they like to do? For example, what places they like to go? What are their hobbies? What are the activities they have? All these questions will allow me to assess the opportunity available to me in the market. And also, this will enable me to position my business in a unique, credible, sustainable, and valued place in the minds of my targeted audience. So positioning is our ability as a business to develop a unique, credible, sustainable, valued place in the minds of our customers for the brand, for the products, for the services that we offer. Positioning is the outcome of our communication strategy. How do we communicate what we offer and our story? Remember the narrative story, how we communicate specific messages and how we position the business in the market. So positioning is an outcome of the communication strategy we initiate to support our products and services. This results in customers formulating an opinion. So just think of a specific brand, for example, a specific fast food brand. What comes to your mind when I say McDonald's? A branch everywhere, a store 10 minutes away from my home. Also, it has some negative connotation. For example, unhealthy food, fat people. So there are certain feelings, certain emotions that comes to my mind when I think of McDonald's. On the other hand, some other customer segment, when they think of McDonald's, they will think convenience, a quick meal, easy meal, not so expensive meal. For example, think of Lululemon. Oh, urban woman doing yoga, active, attractive. Some other customers or segments in the market, they might think very expensive activewear. They might think not for me because all the models are of a certain body type or a certain ethnicity, for example. So these messages that the business communicate and formulate the brand and how certain segments of customers in the market see this business and see this brand. And of course, the way we see a brand affects the way we are willing to spend money on its goods and services. The next component is the value proposition. So the value proposition is a statement that summarizes to whom a product or service is geared toward and the benefits the purchaser or the buyer will realize as a result of using this specific product or service. So where we come with our value proposition, it comes from the positioning strategies that we have, the opportunity assessment that we did, the study or the analysis to customer segments that we are targeting. So we take all these assessments and analysis and we formulate a statement. And this statement is the value we are proposing to our target audience. So from the organization, from the positioning analysis, we can use the conclusions that we reached throughout the analysis and the study, and we communicate these statements to our potential buyers. And it's also very, very important to differentiate ourselves as a business from the competitors. Think of the value proposition as your calling card that you are giving to your customers, and you are giving them a concise statement of what you are, what you offer, and what problems that you are solving, what benefit they will get from purchasing your goods or services, and also how you are different than other competitors in the market. So we develop value proposition statements to communicate to our customers how we are different, what are the important benefits they will get from buying our products or services. Now let's discuss the revenue model. The revenue model focuses on the relationship between the prices of the goods or the services that we charge and the volume of the purchases we are able to generate and the profitability derived from such activity. So on one hand, We charge specific or certain prices for our products and services, and on the other hand, we can offer certain number or amount of these products and services to the market. So we have here different strategies or different philosophies. In some industries, we can offer lots of products with a lower price. So the more we sell, the more we make profits. There is another strategy or another mindset or another philosophy in the market is to offer premium products or premium services, and I charge very, very high prices. So choosing the right strategy, it depends on the product that we are offering, the services that we are offering, the target market, the opportunity available in the market, the competitors, the level we are competing at. And the revenue model is not about generating sales. So we have to take into consideration the relationship between the price that we charge and the expenses or the costs we have to pay to generate or to manufacture or to produce our products and services. And also the profit margins that we decide, also the operating margins that we assign, the profit margins, and all of these components and how we will generate profit and revenue.